Ever wondered why humans, like many other creatures, have two nostrils? It's a question that might seem simple at first glance, but it's shrouded in a surprising amount of mystery and intrigue. Yes, we're diving into the fascinating world of our nasal anatomy, a feature we often overlook but is crucial to our daily functions. Our two nostrils, those twin gateways for air at the front of our faces, hold more significance than you might think. Over the course of this video, we'll delve into the reasons behind this anatomical feature. From enhancing our sense of smell to facilitating easier breathing, preventing nasal blockage, and even promoting good hygiene, the twin portals of our noses serve a multitude of purposes. So buckle up for a journey into the nifty nostril narrative. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why we have two nostrils. Firstly, let's talk about how our two nostrils contribute to our sense of smell. You might think of your nostrils as a pair of identical twins, but in reality, they're more like a dynamic duo, each playing their own crucial role in our sense of smell. They work independently, yet in harmony, to capture the diverse range of scent molecules floating around us. Our nostrils are like gatekeepers, each selectively allowing certain scent molecules to pass through. These molecules then interact with the olfactory receptors in our nose. Each nostril is lined with millions of these specialized receptors, each capable of detecting a specific type of scent molecule. But what makes this process truly fascinating is how our brain processes these signals. When scent molecules bind to the receptors in our nostrils, they generate electrical signals. These signals are then sent to the olfactory bulb, a part of our brain that processes smell. Interestingly, the signals from each nostril are processed separately, allowing our brain to compare and contrast the slightly different olfactory information coming from each nostril. This is where the real magic happens. Our brain merges these two slightly different sources of information to create a more nuanced and detailed perception of the smell. This process, known as stereoolfaction, is similar to how our brain uses information from our two eyes to create a three-dimensional view of the world. In essence, our two nostrils work together to provide us with a richer, more vivid sense of smell. They allow us to detect a wider range of scents and provide us with a more detailed understanding of the aromatic world around us. So, the next time you're savoring the aroma of your favorite food, thank both your nostrils for the experience. Now let's explore how having two nostrils aids in our breathing process. Having two nostrils is not just a design flaw or a quirk in our evolution. It's actually a clever piece of biological engineering that gives us a significant advantage when it comes to breathing. Our nostrils work in a cycle, alternating the heavy lifting of air intake. This cycle, known as the nasal cycle, means that at any given time, one nostril is doing most of the work. This allows the other nostril to rest and recover, maintaining the health of our nasal passages. But what happens when we need to breathe heavily, say during exercise or in response to a fright? Our body's automatic response is to engage both nostrils equally, increasing the amount of air we can take in and distribute to our body, a vital process when our body needs more oxygen. And think about those times when you've had a stuffy nose. If you only had one nostril and it became blocked, you'd struggle to breathe at all. But with two nostrils, even when one is blocked, the other can continue to function, allowing us to breathe more easily. Two nostrils also allow for better regulation of airflow. The shape and size of our nostrils can change the speed and direction of the air entering our nose, helping to filter, warm, and humidify the air before it reaches our lungs. This not only makes breathing more efficient, but also more comfortable. So the next time you take a deep breath, remember that your two nostrils are working together to ensure you get the oxygen you need when you need it. It's a simple yet intricate part of our anatomy, and it's more important than many of us realize. Indeed, having two nostrils is like having a built-in backup system for breathing. It's just another example of how our bodies are wonderfully designed to adapt and function efficiently in our ever-changing environment. Ever noticed how you can still breathe even when one nostril gets blocked? This is no magic trick, but an incredible biological feature we all share. Having two nostrils is more than just a design element. It's a lifesaver when it comes to preventing complete nasal blockage. Imagine being stuck with just one nostril and it gets blocked due to a cold or allergies. You'd find it nearly impossible to breathe through your nose, but thankfully that's not the case. Having two nostrils ensures that even if one is out of commission, the other one can take up the slack and allow us to breathe. The two nostrils work in a cycle called the nasal cycle, where one nostril is more open than the other at any given time. This cycle switches every few hours. This alternating pattern of airflow helps maintain optimal moisture levels and temperature in each nostril, which is crucial for the health of your nasal passages and your sense of smell. But what happens when one nostril gets blocked? Well, the other nostril steps up its game. If the right nostril is blocked, the left nostril will open up more to compensate, and vice versa. This ensures that there is always a passage for air to flow in and out, hence we can breathe. This dual nostril system also helps our body to filter and warm the air we breathe in. When one nostril is blocked, the other nostril works harder to filter out dust, allergens and other particles, and to warm up the air before it reaches our lungs. This makes our breathing more efficient and keeps our lungs healthier. So next time you are suffering from a blocked nose, remember that it could have been a lot worse. Your body is working hard to keep you breathing as normally as possible, so a blocked nose is less of a bother thanks to our two nostrils. Lastly, let's talk about the role of two nostrils in maintaining our nasal health. The human body is a marvel of design, and our two nostrils are no exception. They serve a crucial function in maintaining the health of our nasal passages. The air we breathe can contain dust, pollen, and other particulates. Our nasal passages are lined with a sticky substance called mucus that traps these particles and prevents them from reaching our lungs. This is the body's natural air filter in action. Now imagine if we only had one nostril. The mucus in that one nostril would dry out much faster due to the constant airflow, making it less effective at trapping particles. This is where having two nostrils comes in handy. While one nostril does the heavy lifting of providing the majority of the airflow, the other nostril takes a bit of a break. This nostril has a reduced airflow, which allows the mucus in it to stay moist longer. This moist environment is ideal for the mucus to do its job effectively. Moreover, the alternating pattern of airflow between the nostrils, which typically switches every few hours, ensures that neither nostril gets overly dry. This helps prevent irritation and possible infections, keeping our nasal passages healthier. So by having two nostrils, we effectively have a built-in system that keeps our nasal mucus moist, improves its ability to trap particles, and gives our nostrils a chance to rest and recover, reducing the risk of dryness and irritation. This is yet another example of how our body's design is optimized for our well-being. The fact that we have two nostrils is not a random occurrence, but a testament to the body's incredible adaptability and resilience. So our two nostrils not only make us smell better and breathe easier, but also keep our nasal passages healthier. In conclusion, our two nostrils serve several important functions. They work in harmony to provide us with a more enhanced sense of smell. Each nostril picks up different scent notes, and when combined in our brain, it gives us a clearer and more vivid perception of the world around us. Moreover, having two nostrils makes breathing easier, allowing for a greater flow of air, especially during physical exertion or when one nostril is blocked. Speaking of blockage, isn't it a relief to know that if one nostril gets blocked, the other one is there to ensure we can still breathe? Last but not least, our dual nostrils contribute to better nasal health. They help maintain the humidity and warmth in our nasal cavity, preventing dryness and irritation, and making us more resistant to infections. So the answer to the question, why do we have two nostrils, is for a better, healthier life.